Hello and welcome to Maths with Mr Amison. In this video I'm going to be going through some questions, some multiple choice questions about questionnaires and sampling, basically looking at data collection as a whole. If you need to recap these topics then please watch Mr Chowdhury's videos. So which of these is continuous data? Number 1. What is the best criticism given of the following question given to secondary school children? Tom did a survey on the size of images in a newspaper. The newspaper has 40 pages. Tom measured the images on the first 2 pages. This may not be a good method to do this survey. Why? Harleen is conducting a survey on travel. What is wrong with this question in her survey? A sample of 50 students is taken, stratified by year group and gender. How many Year 12 male students are in the sample? So, to go through the answers to these, question 1, which of these is continuous data? It is just handspan. If you thought that money in a bank account was continuous data, then that's understandable because it goes into decimals. However, you can't split the pennies into smaller and smaller amounts. There are breaks, there are discrete amounts. It goes up in pennies, it doesn't go up continuously. Handspan, however, as a length, goes up continuously. Continuous data has to have a numerical value where any value is possible. Any decimal is possible. Money in a bank account, that's not possible. Number of siblings, well, that is clearly not continuous, it's discrete because we can only have whole numbers of siblings. And shoe size, even though we can have halves and things like that, that is really, I'd say that's categorical because the shoe size changes when it gets to a certain value. It goes back down to smaller sizes when you get to adult sizes, smaller numbers in adult sizes. So in question 2, what's the best criticism of this question? Well, in this question the options overlap. To have an age of 11 to 13 and then an age of 13 to 15, the age 13 is in both categories, same with the age 15 and same with the age 16. They're in 2 categories, so it's difficult to know which one you should tick. Question 3, the survey. Well, in this case, the images on the first 2 pages might not represent the whole newspaper. It's totally valid, especially when you think about the fact that newspapers have different formats for their front page and their second page compared to the rest of their newspaper. And the sample size is very small. It's 2 out of 40. So both of those would be good answers. Saying the pages were not picked at random might not be true. You never know. And saying that he might not measure the sizes of the images correctly, well, he might not measure the sizes correctly, but that's got nothing to do with whether this is a good method to do the survey. Question 4 should be C. The question is biased or leading. So to say, do you agree that public transport is better now than it was, suggests to the reader that public transport is better, and it leads them to agreeing with you. So you've got to be careful with how you word questions on surveys. They don't have to have numbers in them. It doesn't have to say which form of public transport. It can be a general question like that, that's fine, which means that a vague question like this, a general question, is okay. So for question 5, we have a total of 234 students altogether. If we want 50 of these taken, then the fraction of those students taken in the survey is 50 over 234. So if we want to know how many students from each subgroup we need to take, then we need to do 50 over 234 multiplied by 51, which will give us 11 male students from year 12. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful. Speak to you soon.